All right, we are back in Studio K with I Have No Love for Men Like You. How are y'all feeling coming off of that performance?
Pretty solid. Robert Henry.
It's great.
Yeah,
vibes
it was a pretty good show, I think. Thanks for passing off the microphone to me, Ruth. Feeling really good about it.
Yeah.
Amplifiers being behind the baffle is a new thing, so
That's true.
yeah, we're keeping it sounding crispy, I hope.
Yeah.
For sure. Do y'all want to introduce yourselves? Just name an instrument.
I'm Jeremy. I play the drums.
I'm Robert. I play guitar.
I'm Ruth. I play guitar and I sing.
My name's Isaac. I'm on bass guitar.
So we heard 4 songs, and at least some of those are from your newest album, Sidewinder.
Yes, they are. All 4 of them are from our new album. Yeah, the last one being sort of a quote-unquote bonus track. It's not. And the newest stuff, or it was the third one we played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Golf, not the last one.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've been in the works for about a year before releasing them, and now the album's been out for a month. We went on tour. It was quite awesome, and yeah, we're working. Hopefully, I'll make another.
And what was the process like of writing and recording that stuff?
It was interesting. I think for the group, definitely, we're still like always trying to find our balance of like how we really want to approach everything and finding our creative process. But I think, yeah, there's a lot of, I don't know, these 3 people are awesome, and I don't know, you just bring a riff to practice and shit.
It's over. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Just keep going.
So yeah, we show up usually with a sort of formulated idea, and then we kind of bounce it around between members, and it slowly takes shape into a full song. Usually with a lot of going back and forth. Very rarely do we bring stuff to practice and it's just like done. So it's a lot of like days and days of sitting there. We have like phone recordings, so we'll play a song in practice, and then we'll sit our phone in front of everything, and then next time we come back, we'll listen to that over and over again, and hopefully have some ideas of where to go. And that's kind of how this batch of songs were put together.
There was one song that we wrote that we didn't play today, unfortunately, but the creative process for that one was particularly long because every time we thought we had finalized that song, Ruth would bring a new riff for it to practice. And it got to the point where that song was probably like 6 or 7 minutes long, not, through an artistic, for artistic direction, just because that's how long it was. So we had to pare that down, and that's actually one of our shorter songs now, I believe.
Which song?
I think it's
This is every song.
yeah, that's actually true for most of the songs. Now that I'm thinking about it, but
That's St. Helens right there.
yeah,
This is
I think that is the
Helens,
one that I was thinking of.
which we did play.
Yeah, which we did play.
Number 1.
Yeah, so it's very collaborative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what any of our songs are called. We still refer to them by the working titles most of the time. So people will come up to us and say, "Oh, this is my favorite track on the album," and I'm like, "What do you mean? I never heard of that song." Sure, it's great though.
And where did y'all record that? What was that like?
Soft Cult Studios with Macastore. It was pretty awesome. Macastore has like some sort of history in Minneapolis, and is number one just really great to work with someone who is so like experienced, and yeah, I don't know, just like willing to go with what we're bringing in and open to it, and then also just being able to like hear about things he's recorded and like the part of the Minneapolis scene that he saw back when he was younger with like there was like Sub Pop, yeah, he was part of Sub Pop, which is crazy. There was like he was talking about the house show, like house shows, not in house shows, but like in warehouses, yeah, which I thought was super cool. But the recording process was awesome. I think it's all of our first times doing a studio recording. Jeremy, is that correct? Yes. Yeah, and we didn't really know what to expect going in, but it's awesome just to have even just like 2 days, nothing else going on in your life besides, okay, I'm going to go and play music. That's a blessing, yeah.
And then right after that album came out, y'all did like a 4-day tour.
4 days if you count Minneapolis, yeah. We went, started here with our release show in Minneapolis down at Seward Cafe, which was awesome. And then we went through Milwaukee, Chicago, and then Champaign. Once again, a lot of firsts for all of us. I think that was our first time really for any of us being on the road. And yeah, I don't know, definitely learned a lot about how exhausting it can be, but also just it's beautiful to be able to share that with people, to have this like, I don't know, it's very intimate in a way. It's very cool. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was definitely a real hassle getting everything in and out of the van every night. That was the real low point. That was a big one.
Yeah.
Did you have any favorite shows that you played?
Oh, they were all really cool. The bands in Chicago were incredible.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
Mail.
yeah, shout out Mail. And Milwaukee was also really great. The venue in Milwaukee was super cool. A lot of really cool art on the walls. But the real standout for me, just because it was so unusual, was in Champaign. It was in a historic landmark old Victorian house, turned into a frat house, turned back into regular living quarters, and then kind of now like a frat house without a frat kind of thing. And it was just a really weird show. We played in their living room. The ceilings were super tall. There was a fireplace with like a boar's head over it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a really good time. That was the standout. Yeah,
That's sick.
Got to see the American Football House.
That's true.
American Football House spotted, recorded in Champaign.
That's in Champaign?
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
We took a big photo out front of it. It was really cool.
It's also the Captain Jazz house.
Well, it's because it was down the street from where we played. It was literally like 2 blocks.
Oh, for real? That's sick. Yeah, that kind of leads me to my next question. I was wondering, like, you kind of talked us through the songwriting process, but are there any really big inspirations for this band? Or
Oh man. Yeah, we really liked when we started. We listened to a lot of Hum together. I think was
Yeah.
the big one.
another Champagne band?
Yeah,
right?
that was yeah. We stopped at the Polydor. I guess it's the Polydor house now, not the American Football House. Anyway, we
Always live on.
yeah. We like a lot of Hum. We like a lot of Captain Jazz, another Champaign, Illinois home band.
Boris. Right?
Oh yeah, Boris. Yeah, we saw them on their Amplifier Worship tour, and that kind of really pushed us in a different direction. We all thought it was a pretty transcendental experience. So, do you have anything to say?
Not really. Captain Jazz. Just generally, like, I don't know, pursuing kind of like older emotional hardcore sounds that we hear that might not be like represented in current music. I don't know, we got the biggest compliment ever being compared to like Native Nod, and that's like the goal.
Essential.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I don't
Yeah,
think our
it's
songwriting
sweet.
process is even structured enough to really say we have any like concrete influences, but they're more like vibe-based influences, if that makes sense.
For sure.
It's like we got the idea of this band. We're not like plucking riffs, though. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Sure. I feel like it's usually about like decision making with the riffs and how they kind of like glue together, and how we try to maybe replicate older sound or other sounds. Yeah. Jeremy Buxel, anything to
No.
answer is no.
And do you think you could kind of run us through the history of this band? Like, how long have y'all been around, and kind of how's your sound evolved?
We've been around for 2 years. The band started with me reaching out to Robert Henry, the guitar player, about a flyer I saw on Washington Bridge. It was this whole long list of bands he liked. It was like Avlov and Hum and Duster. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I was looking for a band at the time, so I reached out, and then he sent over this, like, I don't know, there was this EP tape he sent over. It later became Half Mile Shadow, our first EP, but he sent over that EP tape. I thought it was like incredible, like coming from somewhere where there isn't really music being played or created, coming to Minneapolis, and then like the first thing was like this awesome project. It really blew me away. And then from there, We started with Isaac Reiner on bass, who we found from a Snapchat story.
That's such a dope story.
Yeah.
That's
And a very near and dear person to my heart, Jackson Werner, started us off on drums. A phenomenal drummer and yeah, a very loved member of the band. And we worked on those songs that Robin made, and we released Half Mile Shadow after recording it and mixing it ourselves. After Half Mile Shadow, we kind of had a in-between period where I think we really decided we wanted to change like sounds. We ended up gaining Jeremy Buxel as our current drummer, also another phenomenal, very near and dear person to my heart. And from there, a lot of the songs that ended up on Sidewinder was written over like winter break of last year, in the dead of winter, nothing else to do but write music. And then we just grinded those out. Eventually, we're happy enough with it to decide it was worth going to a studio and putting down the money for it. Now we have Sidewinder, and yeah, I'm incredibly proud. I never thought I'd be anywhere near here. It's not a very high peak, but it's a lot to me still. Anything else?
Sweet. And it sounds like not all of you are from Minneapolis, which is perfect for this next question that we like to ask everyone who comes in is, what do you think about the scene in Minneapolis here, and what, if anything, kind of makes it unique?
I love the scene in Minneapolis so much. I think sometimes we kind of lose track of how awesome it really is. Like, you'll be like, oh no, another like awesome screamo band, like how derivative, but like go anywhere else and like, you know, that would be like the greatest blessing of all time. There's a lot of talent that I get to see like every day, every week. Unfortunately, a lot of DIY music is kind of in a scramble right now. A lot of our venues that were important to DIY have been sort of taken off commission. But I don't think it's ever gonna go anywhere. There's always gonna be music played. Yeah, there's a lot of inspiration and a lot of cool things happening. I'm very excited to be here.
There's already too many hardcore bands.
No,
We don't need any more hardcore bands, okay?
as many hardcore bands.
Don't listen to them.
And then one more question we like to ask everyone is, if you could create a dream bill that's I Have No Love for Men Like You, then you each can pick one other band or artist. Be anyone, dead or alive, broken up. What's that bill going to look like?
Jeremy Buxel.
Oh, God.
This one's always
This is way
tricky.
too of an open-ended question. Somebody else
I know
take the
my
question.
answer.
I don't know my answer at all.
If y'all have ever heard this little band called P.E.E. Awesome. That's gotta be like top 3 bands. That's a band that doesn't play anymore, and I would love to see them live. Very like energetic, very a little like raw and imperfect. I think it's maybe like the perfect like live band. They'd have to be there. Definitely inspiration for what I write.
There's this band called Single Mothers. It's like this Canadian hardcore band that has like a crazy amount of rotating members. They're very cool. I think they actually came through here a couple years ago into Studio K to do a live set. So yeah, that's my pick.
Sweet.
Got to get the Beatles on there. I feel like that would get a lot of draw. Maybe Oasis.
Essential.
Beatles on there.
All right, this is going to be the most me answer, but probably no means no.
Yeah.
They've also been a very big influence on me. I know Jackson Werner is a fan of No Means No as well.
I'd be at that show. That's tight.
Yeah, only band that matters.
And then, yeah, just a final question. What shows do you have coming up, or recordings, or just anything else you want the people to know about?
Yeah, well, like we've stated a bunch of times up to this point, we have a record out called Sidewinder that we put a lot of time and effort into, and we're really proud of the final result. You should, if you'd like to, go listen to it. We have it up on Bandcamp, Spotify, really anywhere you listen to music. You could always talk to us if you want a shirt or a sticker. You'll find us around. We have another show this weekend on Sunday for the tour homecoming of Basketball Divorce Court, which we're super happy to be on. It'll be a really, really fun show. That's at Clash Drums. Otherwise, we are planning to put out another record. When that'll be, I have no idea. Yeah. We're currently writing a new batch of songs, so hopefully that won't be too far away. And that's sort of what's on the horizon right now, at least. I don't know if Ruth, do you have anything else?
Not really.
Awesome.
I don't know,
Cool. Thanks so much for coming in, y'all. Been listening
Thank
to
you.
I Have No Love for Men Like You on a Radio K, Real College Radio.